Really happy with the way today turned out. You know, we had a great crowd out there, and I thought our players attacked it, the right way. We've had 5 long weeks of football, and this was kind of more like a reward for them to be able to go out there in front of a lot of people and have like a game atmosphere. It was really good for recruiting. Had a bunch of recruits in this morning. That was awesome to have those guys, and and then having all the former players back is always something that I thoroughly enjoy. Those guys mean a lot to the program, and it's always good to have those guys back. So happy with the way today turned out. Glad it's over. It's the 15th practice. You get to the point to where it's like, let's get this over and done with. We kind of know where we're at right now, but just want to kind of get it over and done with, and give the players some time over the next basically month. This is probably the most time that they have all year. Most personal time that they have all year is over the course of the next month. And then get them in a good frame of mind to come back and have a good summer. We got a lot of work to do in June and July prior to the actual camp getting kicked off in August. So with that, take some questions.
Dana, so you say you have a good idea where you are. So where are you good? Where are you bad? What do you like?
Well, you get to a point where you just can't get any better with what you currently have, is pretty much my point. I think we're going to be a completely different team late August than we are right now. You guys know my injury policy right now, but there's 20 guys in the weight room that were not able to participate. All those guys will be back, and the long-term guys with Karan and Drayvon and Yadni really honestly could have played, but what's the point? So what I meant was, I know where we're at, and I know we can't get any better until we get 3 months down the road. And then we will kind of look and see what we're good at and what we're not good at. I don't really have the answers for that.
Is this a run through for you and Jake to see how the new play calling with your input goes, or is that another thing that has to wait till fall?
No. I mean, we're in constant communication about what needs to happen and where we're at and what we need to call and what the game plans are. I mean, that's not going to change. The thing that will be different in a game are the headset stuff. Where I think we had to delay a game on a fourth down, go for it call, where it's going to be a little easier when I'm in his ear and I'm saying you got 2 downs here, or be thinking about 4th down. Anytime you get around that 30, 40 yard line, then that's going to be something that's going to be possible. So, we're on the same page right now. I'm not worried about that. The game management, the sideline stuff, communication, need headsets in order to get that done, which we don't need to be worried about that right now.
Danny, can you talk about Greer today overall?
Yeah, he looked pretty good to me. Did he look good to you? Yeah, he's as good as advertised. I like the kid's demeanor. I mean, he's got complete control of the huddle. It's going to be different when it's live bullets and he can get hit. We're obviously protecting him right now. There's been a bunch of spring games and spring practices here over the course of the last 4 years where I wasn't protecting those quarterbacks because I think it made Skyler better to get hit. So, Greer right now, we're not going to let anybody come close to him, obviously. So he's got complete control. He has a really good idea what we want to do offensively. His accuracy is outstanding. The one thing that you can't see right now, because we're protecting him, is his ability to be able to keep the play alive with scrambles and some quarterback run game. He's better at that than you think, because he's got such a good arm, you think he's just a pocket guy. But he can move around and make some plays. If you watch that highlight tape from Florida, he's running around making plays left and right. His dad's here, who's a coach, and said, Dana, you got to make sure that he scrambles the throw, because he gets so competitive, he scrambles to run, and we got to protect him. So we've been coaching that pretty hard.
That chemistry that Will has developed with David Sills, saw that a lot today. How have you seen that develop over the course of the spring, and how important is that going to be going forward?
Yeah, he's our most valuable guy right now, which is not surprising. He's been doing it every day for 15 days. David has a starting quarterback mentality. He's extremely football smart. I knew that when I recruited him. And so that rubs off on the guys in the huddle, and that connection has been fun to watch. And I think over the course of the next 2 years, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. David's going to keep getting better. He's committed to playing receiver now, and he gets better every day. I mean, he's disappointed in himself right now because he didn't make a couple of plays that he thought he could have. I thought it was a pretty good spring game for him.
Your thoughts of your defense through the spring? What'd you think of them? Because obviously a lot of new faces there.
Yeah, D-line and corner were the concerns. I think we're going to be really good at safety and linebacker. D-line, we got more depth on the D-line right now than we've had since I've been here. Those guys have continuously got better. And then corner, we're going to have options. We got 4 guys that we feel pretty good about right now. Then you're adding 2 more older guys, a grad transfer and another JUCO guy. So we got a lot of bodies, a lot of competition. I like where we're at right now, and I think it's going to be fun in August to see those battles continue to develop.
No, you're not talking about injuries, but McCoy, he didn't show. Is he an injured player or?
You good? He had a upper body procedure. He's had a really good spring. Can't wait to see him in June. Can't wait to coach him in June.
Okay,
Was it your call having Gino and Shelton come in?
Yeah, I was bored. Were y'all bored? I got bored there in the fourth quarter. I'm sitting there looking on the sidelines going, he's made a whole bunch of plays, he's made a whole bunch of plays, he's made a whole bunch of plays, he's made a whole bunch of plays. They never played together. So I said, Jake, I said, get those guys together and put them out there. What I'm shocked is KJ Dillon, who talks more trash than anybody I've ever had. And he talks trash to me. He didn't get out there. I was like, what? I mean, him and Rasul were sitting right there. Both of them are extremely competitive and love talking trash. I can't believe they didn't jump out. Well, I forgot that KJ is coming off a knee surgery. So he goes, that's the only reason why I didn't get in somebody's face out there. But no, that was fun. Gino came to the sideline. He goes, man, I knew one could run. I didn't know he could run that fast. And one didn't even stretch. No, it's fun. Like I said, those guys mean a lot to me and the program, and love having those guys back. And they rub off on a lot of the younger guys. I mean, a lot of those guys in the locker room. I had Gino break it down. He broke it down. I mean, 90% of that team don't know Gino. Never seen him before, so it's good to have those guys back.
Danny, your offensive line obviously replacing some key players from last year, but how do you think the rebuild's going there?
Good. I think we're going to be better when it's all said and done. I really do. Colton's coming into his own at tackle. Yadney's going to be. He's got a chance to be as good as anybody. Matt Jones is the surprise of the spring to me. I mean, he is just really solid. Got 2 older guys with Grant and Bosch. These guys are old and they know everything. So those 5 I think are pretty good. And then we're developing a second team that's gonna give us depth for the first time since I've been here.
Quick reaction to the 10th assistant yesterday.
It's good. I just it's disappointing that it didn't happen immediately. But we were pretty certain it was going to happen. I mean, that's been all the talk for the last year and a half. All the things that were passed is not a surprise to me. We've been preparing for that stuff to happen, whether it's the recruiting or the camps or the 10th assistant, no matter what it is. I mean, Kelly and I have been sitting in many meetings over the last 2 years preparing for this, so we're in a good place.
Does the early signing period help your program a little better, maybe because you feel like you're more a target of guys being poached late by elite programs?
Not really. I've never thought of it that way. I like putting closure to it. We've been getting so many midterm guys, whether they're high school guys. The high school midterm guys don't get a signing day. They don't get to experience that. It's gonna remove some of the look at me stuff that exists with one signing day, which I'm really excited about that because that gets awful nauseating. It's gonna make in-season visits a bigger priority. We've tried not to do in-season visits, but we're gonna have a bunch of in-season visits now, which means we need more manpower, and we're getting that. But I think it's gonna be good.
You can balance that though with the junior official visits now, so you think you'll take advantage of that as well?
Maybe. I think it's more important to get them. I think it's more important the fall of their senior year is when I think it's important.
Getting to that 10th assistant, two things. For you, would it be an offensive guy? And
Can I talk about this? Can I talk about the 10th assistant or not? Yeah, who it is and what we're going to do.
I talk about what you're gonna do versus.
It's going to allow me to have 5 on offense and 5 on defense. And we've already kind of split the special teams to where we're working that kind of offense and defense. So it makes it even, and I can kind of do both offense and defense, and I can do special teams, and it gives you equal amount of people on both sides. I think it's a good idea. I just don't, for the life of me, can't figure out why they didn't make it happen now.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, see ya.